Welcome. Good to see you here at the Rewrite. Oh, just you? I apologize. Let me try again. Oh, just you! Is this your first time on the Rewrite? Very good. It is always nice to be face to face with veteran quizzers. Here are your buzzers for this game. Please allow me to remind you that this is a non-profit fan project in no way associated with Jackbox Games. And now it is time to begin the Rewrite. See you at the bottom.
It's time for the show where high culture and pop culture collide. This episode of The Rewrite is sponsored by the Boston Tea House. If you act rude to us, we'll throw your tea in the f***ing harbor. And now, please welcome a man who's played these games before you were conceived, Sam Feely.
How's it going, kid? Glad to see some more of the Fenway faithful around here. Now pack your car and have it yet. Let's see if you can win enough moolah to pay for a month's rent in the Back Bay. Okay, massholes, it's time to do a cool hundo on the Mass Pike without your blinker on a one-way ride to the greatest f***ing city in the universe, Boston, Massachusetts, kid.
Pick a valley. Not the best I've ever seen, but at least it keeps this game interesting. You interested in this?
Yeah, in Boston. Speak Bostonian. Okay, kid, this question's all about the sexiest accent in the world, the Boston accent, which I am now going to stop doing or else my throat is going to turn to sandpaper. I have never felt more personally offended than this one time a stranger told me they liked my Boston accent, and I said, wow, thanks for letting me know I need to get tested for strep. Anyway.
No. I'm done watching you turn this show into the Sam Feely autofellatio extravaganza.
I take that back. This is the time I felt most offended.
Baseball and pro wrestling questions on every floor, constant blabbering about your gambling, droning monologues about your love life, and now an entire episode about your hometown. What do you think this is, your personal soapbox or something? You think the people are here for you? And you're the one talking about dishonoring the franchise?
If you don't shut the up and get the out of here right now, I swear to God I'm going to find some way to get this trapdoor open again.
I'm not leaving.
Tyler!
I'm done babysitting you two. I'm not your mom. Get it sorted out. Punch each other in the face if you need to.
I'm reading the choices for this one. You are not doing your stupid Boston thing.
Oh, you'll get a stupid Boston thing right across your... Never mind. Question. Which of the following pairs of phrases is not pronounced the same in a traditional Boston accent? Here, go ahead, read them.
You're damn right I will. Cheetah and cheater, robot and robot, logger and logger, or the spa is here and the spar is here. Okay, say 'em then.
What, in my stupid Boston thing?
Yeah.
Screw you, I'm not your lapdog.
It's for the question, for Christ's sake.
The Boston accent is non-rhotic, has the linking R and the cot-caught merger, but not the father-bother merger, so logger and logger are pronounced differently.
Ugh, God.
You're not good at many things, but you sure are real good at sucking the fun out of all of this.
I'd rather suck the fun out of your self-indulgent bullshit than allow you to suck the fun out of this game for everyone who's playing it.
Hold up, self-indulgent bullshit? Do you expect me to take this shit from you after your dumb, unexpected episode?
Next question.
Talk to me, kiddo. Give me... For your consideration, supermassive masshole. With a strong sense of local identity comes interstate feuds and animosity. As a native of Boston, if you, probably a New Yorker, call me a masshole, I kick you in the shins. I'll show you what mass is. What does the theory of relativity not tell me about the mass of a masshole? It's the speed of light in a vacuum is the only thing that remains constant regardless of frame of reference.
The only thing that remains constant, even apart from how much of a massive tit this particular masshole here is.
I am 3 seconds away from calling a real cop on you if you don't watch your mouth.
Okay, how much money am I giving away? Punting Putin's poutine. This is a damn gibberish question, isn't it? Listen, I bear no responsibility for what happens here. None whatsoever. None! I don't know anyone who's ever liked these stupid f***ing things. They've only gotten worse as the years have gone on. Now let's see what your real gibberish category is going to be.
Drinking and driving with the Fast and the Furious.
Now remember, as time runs out, so does the money. So the sooner you buzz in, the better.
And now you must tell me what slogan this rhymes with. Derek, my fun's on drunk Vin. And if you haven't figured it out after 3 decades of these things, the punctuation does not matter. I used to run on Dunkin', but after they got rid of all my favorite bagel and iced coffee flavors, now I run on the same thing every successful entrepreneur does. Amphetamines.
Wait, that's how you made your money?
It's a f***ing joke, you hot on!
Rise and shine, something, 1,000 miles, single step. And let's see where that led you.
That's a lot of chafed nipples. You know that joke about the guy whose doctor says, from now on, you need to run 2 miles from your house every day, and the guy calls the doctor 5 days later and says, I feel great, but now I'm 10 miles away from my house? Yeah, I didn't think it was funny either.
And you'd know.
Gee, you're being real valuable standing there and doing nothing but heckling. Our better players are real glad you're here.
Now get to the point already.
If the guy ran the entire length of the Boston Marathon instead, which punchline would correctly complete the joke? And now I'm 76 miles away from Since 1924, the length of the Boston Marathon has been 26.2 miles. 26.2 times 5 is 131. And the joke's still not funny.
Something big. Hopefully this is an appetizer for something bigger down the road. Here's the next course.
Living out my daily fantasies. Tired of the deluge of sports betting commercials on TV? Well, they ain't stopping anytime soon. You can thank Boston-based company DraftKings in part for that.
Oh, a sports-related gambling question on the Boston floor. It's the Sam Feely self-indulgence trifecta. Now we just need to find some way to cram pro wrestling into this as well.
Will you shut the up already? Tyler, can you, do something about this guy?
Conan, cut down the hecklery. If you don't have anything valuable to say, get out.
Fine.
So, what are you waiting for? Get out!
I told you I'm not leaving.
Let's get the question. Suppose DraftKings offered daily fantasy sports to distance the sport from Warner Brothers copyright lawyers and from J.K. Rowling. Muggle Quidditch changed its name to Quadball in 2022. But if sportsbooks can find people to bet on 2nd Division Icelandic team handball, they can find suckers to bet on this crap.
So have you bet on it?
I'm the man whose vast amounts of cash, in part from sports betting winnings, are currently keeping this turd of yours afloat. You have no right to criticize my financial decisions.
So is that a yes?
Next question.
Okay, friendo, how much money am I giving away? Nothing too spicy, just the right temperature. Here's what we're cooking.
Big green monsters that don't come from your sinuses. You've heard of the Green Monster, right? That giant wall in Fenway Park's left field? Shut up!
What? I didn't say anything.
I could hear you thinking it. Another sports question.
Well, am I wrong?
Anyway, Green Monster. Suppose Fenway Park replace its giant green monster with 37-foot-tall stacks of Green Magazine. What might you hear the play-by-play announcer say during a Red Sox home game? Aaron Judge is held to a long single thanks to industrial laundry trends. The ball takes a wild carom off some vegan recipes. Raffy Devers sends it over the cryptocurrency news. Or it's a wall ball double thanks to the fine folks at John Deere. Green Magazine is the official magazine of the John Deere Company. Baseball and tractors. The only way that question could be more American is if a blonde stripper was riding that tractor while eating a triple-stack cheeseburger with 2 apple pies instead of a sesame seed bun. What?
Nothing. It was a funny joke. I had a chuckle.
Are you taking the piss?
No, seriously, it was funny. Keep going.
Hit your buzzer. Let's see how much money we're playing for. And now for my next number, I'd like to return to the classics. Accept no imitations, it's time for a Dis or Dat. Here's the category for your Dis or Dat.
Pick, flog, it's all in the mind. Top of the morning to you. I'm going to list off 7 song titles, and for each one, I would love for you to tell me if it's by Dropkick Murphys or Flogging Molly.
You cash in for each one you get right,
And you'll lose money for each wrong answer and any ones you don't get to. You've got 30 seconds to get all 7. Don't let that wire fill up.
Get your fingers on those numbers. It's time to party.
What's left of the flag? Going out and stop. Take him down. Don't Don't tear us apart. Requiem for a dying song. Kiss. Oh, the Irish eyes were smiling on you on that one. Let's see your new total.
Take a picture. It'll last longer. Okay, buzz in and let's find out how much money the next... Perfectly average. Where do we do?
Send this to 10 daddies who give you company. Ah! Who the wrote that category? Holy shit! I'm gonna have to take 5 showers after this game. There's still 3 questions left after this one.
We need to have a chat with someone after this.
Anyway, here's a question about the ubiquitous New England gas station chain, Cumberland Farms. If Cumberland Farms opened a store in the Cumberland Gap, where could you stop for gas? The Cumberland Gap is a passage in the Appalachian Mountains at the tri-point of Virginia, Tennessee, and Kentucky that made westward expansion possible for American settlers. And if you want to know the real reason everyone went to the Cumberland Gap...
Sam.
What?
Don't read that one.
Why?
I looked at the script. Look here, just past what the prompter's showing.
Oh my god! That's worse than the category!
Yeah.
We are firing a motherfucker after this episode.
Yes, we are.
Buzz in for the...
See, this is how it's done. And here's what we're doing next. The Battle of Drunkard Hill.
Okay, I gave this one a thorough read during the value picker. You're good. Carry on.
Thanks, I guess. I think I can carry myself here, but I appreciate the thought. Anyway, if you walk down Boston's Freedom Trail, which of the following would you not see? 2 drunks fighting at the site of the nation's first town meeting, a drunk guy urinating in front of Paul Revere's house, Faneuil Hall, Paul Revere's house, and the warship known as Old Ironsides are on the Freedom Trail. The first president's house is not. If you want to see the first executive mansion, you'll have to go to Philadelphia. And if you want to see 2 drunks passed out in the presidential bedroom, make sure you go during an Eagles home game.
And if you want to see them trash the bedroom along with the rest of their city, you go after the rare occasions where they manage to win anything worth a shit.
Nice. I do love me some Philly slander.
Now's the time to hit. It's a living. Here's the category.
Jeers, where everybody laughs at your name. Let's check out the question. If all the characters on the sitcom Cheers had associative prosopagnosia, which of these lyrics would most likely follow where everybody knows your name in the show's iconic theme? Prosopagnosia is also known as face blindness. The aperceptive type means you can't recognize faces at all, while the more common associative type means you can, but have a really hard time putting names to faces. Which essentially describes my entire sports broadcasting career. If someone from one of the teams I cover approaches me on the street and they're not wearing their uniform, my brain blue screens.
I have always wondered how sportscasters keep everyone apart in the first place. They all just look like ants to me from the camera's perspective.
Well, when you've been doing it as long as I have, you know what to look for. You quickly associate jersey numbers with names, you have stats and spotting charts in front of you, you talk to the players and coaches in between games to get inside the team's minds, and so on.
You do all that? All while talking and saying stuff that's actually of value?
That's the job.
Huh. Oh, not bad.
Thanks.
Jack Attack?
Jack Attack.
How much is this one worth to you? Buzz in and tell me.
It's the Boston floor. You knew we had to break out the bagpipes. And now, your clue. Who's the Bostonian? Make your mother proud on this one. Good luck, kid.
And that's a wrap. Good job, you two. See you next week.
What do you mean, you two? What did he do other than heckle me and take up space?
I did kind of save you from reading out some vile shit during the Cumberland question.
Yeah, okay, I suppose you did. So you did one thing other than heckle and take up space. Where do I send the medal?
Yes, all right. I'm sorry, I was out of line. I still think we do too many sports and gambling questions since you've taken over, but I suppose I could have gone about expressing that a little differently.
You don't say.
I'll let you do your thing from now on. It's certainly a hell of a lot better than the vast majority of other options out there for this gig.
Hallelujah.
But I'd like to ask you one thing.
What?
Please just admit that you were out of line too.
With what?
You know, barging into the booth over and over, staging a mutiny among the writers, hiring a fake cop, dropping me down a trapdoor.
I still think you were doing a lousy job of running this operation, but I suppose I could have gone about that a little differently too.
Thank you.
I guess it's never too late to switch from the wrong foot to the right one.
Yeah, I'd say I agree with that. Listen, Tyler and I usually grab a few drinks from this place, Clark's. It's like a block or two away after work. Maybe you'd like to tag along this week? They even do sports betting, and the talk around the town is that Clark sucks at setting odds.
I've had worse plans for a Saturday night.
Cool. Just need to grab a few things from my office.
Okay, but when you say he sucks, how bad are we talking? Like, am I going to have to bail him out financially too?